Hello, once again, it's your senior counselor back on your screen again. Nigeria has lost its glory. And how can our country, Nigeria, gain its glory back again? I will give you 3 reasons why Nigeria should get it back glory again. One is education. You see, since our colonial time up to today, Nigeria continues to practice what our colonial masters left in this country. Always reading books from the lower level to the higher level, which is the university. The practical aspect of the country need to sit down, thought of it, think more about or plan more about how we can review our curriculum, how we can change our educational system, how can Nigeria move or make the educational system suitable to our standard. These are some of the things each and every individual in a country or those people in the authority need to sit down, thought of it, plan, and make sure that this is our country, Nigeria, and this is how we want our country to go. One, you see, in the modern system or in the modern world now, the practical aspect in the world is leading and is far working than the bookish always we are practicing. These are some of the things we need to sit down as individual. We need to sit down, thought of it. We need to sit down, plan to eliminate the bookish aspect A, B, C, D from the kindergarten. Is wealth okay, because that is where we are nurturing the people to know how to read and write. But that is the same level we can put toys. That is the same level we can tell them to do practical, how we can add this one to this to make it move, how this is how plane is being manufactured, this is how car is being manufactured, not like to read and then there will be no practical. So Nigeria education need to change. How can individual go to university because of suspension of teachers, because the teachers want the government to increase their salary, and the government is also not putting much effort of increasing their salary, and because of that the teachers will be on strike and strike and strike. So a school, a child or a student need to go for about 4 years before we realize it's almost 4 years. These are some of the things we need to sit down, structure all our education. We should make sure that our education should be more practical. In years back, which is 1947, you see, German was practicing the same education system to the British by reading, 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 and reading. But in times past, they sat down and said, no, we can't continue to be in the same like British. Let's sit down, practice more, and make sure that we can structure our system in suiting our economy. And they went back and make sure that now, if you go to Germany, you can even get even a doctor who is also a seamstress or a tailor. You can even get a doctor who is also doing those many job, a job that can help you in the practical field all the time. That is how a German has structured its education to make sure that things are right and things should be in a good manner. Two, you see, Nigeria has a populated people, meaning the human resource or the human capital in Nigeria is large to extent that anytime you want to use this human capital, it can work and work well. Nigeria have a film industry which the government can go through and see it through, make sure that he will adapt this film industry, retrain some of the actors, and then those old actors can also impart more on the upcoming actors. Check YouTube. Going there, you can get a large comedians, large skits, those people who are doing short skits, those people who are doing comedian, those people who are doing the actual film work. They are large. So if the government is looking into this film industry and adapt some of them, make sure that this is a Nigeria film industry being running by the government, putting in more money. I don't think Nigeria will sit down and then continue to cry and cry more, because the film industry can also fetch Nigeria money and fetch them money well. This is one of the things Nigeria can do, and do it well. The third point is Nigeria is one of the countries who have a lot of oil. From over 50 years ago, Nigeria have been drilling oil, and it's benefiting a few people. How can a country is drilling oil and is benefiting few people? The government need to decentralize and then make sure that every citizen, every individual, every Nigeria is benefiting from this oil industry. Let's go back to Ghana. You see, free education from the crèche, which is the kindergarten, up to the second cycle level. Even the new government has even brought even those people in university level 100, the government is going to pay for all those people in level 100 in the university level. What is different from Ghana and Nigeria cannot do all those things? Because the oil is for all the country. So if the government is getting something out of there, then the government need to invest those things into the education of individual. Because the oil is not for only a group of people. The oil is not for only a few people. The oil is not for just few individual, but the oil is for every individual who is a Nigerian. That is the reason why the Ghanaian government is pumping in money into the education, making sure that he will help each and every one, make sure that every individual in Nigeria will benefit from such program which is being running from the kindergarten, which is the crèche, up to the university level. Meaning, the oil is from everybody. It's for every individual who is a Ghanaian, not just a few people who will benefit it from. Nigeria can also do that, and the poverty level in Nigeria will reduce. The higher rate of illiterate can also increase. So we need to sit down and then reason as individual, so that Nigeria will gain its glory back again. Let's see. All these points, I hope we can do and do it better. Senior Counselor, bye-bye.